Hi guys, and welcome to Extreme Paint Studio. Hope your airbrush journey is going amazing. We're on the final part of this realistic portrait. So this is part 4, I believe. So if you're new to the channel, new to this tutorial, make sure you go back to part 1 and you'll see how this all began. But on this one, we're just bringing in the hair, bringing in the highlights around the lips, a little bit of texture work. It's final touches basically to make this look photorealistic. So like and subscribe if you like the content, but follow along to this video. Oh, by the way, there's a link below that will give you the reference photo and the map sketch that we start with, so you can follow along to the tutorials with a map sketch already ready to go. But make sure you look at all the other videos as well, because I show how to transfer the image from a map sketch onto the surface first. On another note, for those that are already members of the channel, I spoke about in the past our online academy, beginner, intermediate and advanced. You can purchase that off of the website and you'll get one-to-one support from myself. But what I've actually done is I've now added it as a membership on YouTube. So if you're interested in going through a structured method to learn from beginner to my level of artwork, which is the advanced level, then there's a structured method that I put all the students through, and they do come out as accomplished airbrush artists. So if that's something you're interested in, I believe it's $44.99 a month, considering my academy is actually £3,000. You know, you can take as long as you want and you can come and go as you want. So time's not a factor. If you're limited on time and the amount of practice time that you can put into your airbrushing, then maybe that will suit you better, because one, it's a lower cost, and two, you can come and go on subscription as much as you want. So you may do a couple of months and then give it a rest for a bit and then come back. So you've always got a structured method there to follow along, as well as doing your own stuff. So take a look at it if you're interested. You've got any questions about it, drop them in the comments below and I'll come back to you. See you again soon, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, so I'm going to start bringing in some lines at the top of the head, like we've done here in the face. I'm going to use just a torn piece of paper, and I'm just going to start bringing in some of these lines. All I'm going to do is run along the edge. They're quite subtle lines, but it's more, with this rough torn piece of paper, it kind of looks more organic. So it looks more realistic with this torn piece. So I'm just bringing in a few lines. You can kind of make it up in this area, to be honest. I did put a few in there from the map, but I'm not really going with it. I'm just kind of making them up, really. And just keep about 6 inches away, just dust the edge. For all you beginners out there, this is, you know, this is the easiest way to get lines in your portraits, really. And you can do very light ones. The further I come back, the lighter my lines get, okay? So you can see we're just building up. We can come in with a little bit of raising. As long as we keep this light, we can come in with a bit of a raising as well. And we've got hair to come through it. There's a few darker ones at the back here. It's quite dark in this area. So Okay, it's the same kind of ones we've got above the eye in this area here. So we can do the same. We can just sort of bring a few, look for a straighter sort of shape. There's another one here, so we can just sort of bring in the odd lines wherever you want it. Okay, we've got those ones in there. There's a few down towards the lips, but we're going to work on the lips shortly. I think that'll do us for now. What I'm going to start to do is just letting that dry for a second. What I'm going to start to do is just bring in a few of these sort of hairs. Might even have to use the white side of the rubber because they're not really focused, and I think this glass fiber's just a tad focused. Yeah, it's a little bit too focused, the glass fiber. So got to find my little rubber or a razor. Here we go. So I'm just going to pull some through the eye, and I'm just literally just dragging it through. Okay, I'm just going to go over with a soft pink side so it's softer. You can see the difference between the glass fiber and the pencil rubber. It's already making a difference. It's soft compared to that harsh glass fiber. This one's kind of out of focus, so just going to bring it down out of focus, and then we got another one sort of coming in here and coming down. Just bring them in with your soft pink. So we're just going to come down. To be honest, you can make your own up. These are sort of ones that are in the background. There's another one that kind of comes through and joins that. Just keep going over the same line. And some will look blurred when we're done, and some will look in focus. So you got one over there, and it comes down and swoops. It actually joins that bit I've done there. So let's bring that one in. You can even pick on just the middle section so it looks like it's out of focus at the top. But in the middle section here we can brighten it up. We just run along it and just almost sort of pick out the middle like that. It kind of forks off down a bit, so I'm just going to send that out a bit. And then we got another kind of blur here. Right, so we'll just bring a few more down. I'm going to bring them down sort of here. The more you want to take off, you just keep running the line. Keep running the same line. And we've got a big clump going on here. So we just have to keep rubbing. Going to bring a few more lines in here. Gone to the white of the rubber just to get that eyebrow bit out. And then what we'll do is we'll just bring some actually in focus kind of hairs with the glass fibre. Just add a few. Right, what we have got on this side is some in focus ones. So we got one that comes down touches the nose and then kind of goes off as a blur. So we'll have to like that, and then we got another one that kind of comes out there, and then another one that joins it, and then we got one that comes right down from the top. It actually joins that one there. I'm just gonna make that a little bit there we go. And then we got one kind of swoops out. Then we've got ones that come from here and go out and around. So these are the ones that are in focus, right? So we're using the glass fibre to really make them pop. There's another one here. Thicker at the top and then just bring it through. We got another one that comes just to the top of the eyebrow. Probably went a bit far with that one, but let's do a crossover into the eyebrow. We've got a couple kind of coming in little ones like that. We've got another one that goes through. See, this is where all that blurred background comes into play, because all these hairs in front are really giving it that sort of photographic look now. Just putting those back two that we done originally with the eye. If you remember, I put them in darker, but I knew they were going to go lighter. So I've just put those in. Just going to bring out my highlight again. This is quite light in there, so I'm just going to punch that out a bit. You can make this up, basically. You can make all these hairs up. You can use an X-Acto knife as well. If you want to do really little ones, you can just run your X-Acto knife down and do little hairs. If you want more blurred ones, just bring in your soft pink. Look at the difference. Looks out of focus. Yeah, so you can see, let's just make it wider. There we go. That's out of focus, that's in focus. Simple. Bring another one in, just out of focus. All this work makes everything just come alive. Okay, so we're going to switch up from doing this hair at the top, and we're going to switch down to now. In fact, let's do a couple more. Let's do another random one coming through like that. I'm going to make this one up. Just like the way that looks like it's flowing out. Okay, we're going to move to the lips now. Okay, so we've kind of got a mixture of highlights on these lips. So we've kind of got a real sort of bright area, and then it goes dull, and then it's soft around it. So we want to kind of get a bit of a mix going on. Got the smallest eraser in the world. It's going to run out any second now. So all I'm doing is little kind of circles and then going over the area that I need the brightest. We can still mottle the darker area as well if we want some mottling in there, just a bit of texture. All I'm doing is just going over and over the area that needs brightening up. If you want to go really bright, then you can bring in the white side of the rubber and really take it out. And then go back to your pink when you only need, or you want to take it off in layers almost. Pink's great for just taking off layer by layer. And then the white comes in when you need that a little bit more aggressive erasing. And then the glass fibre basically takes it right back to the board almost. So if we want real bright, look, we can just come in and allow the glass fibre to go right back to the board. That hair. Goes right the way through. We can soften it just by coming in with a pink. Kind of taking it out of focus. Okay, now in the teeth, I'm going to do some more in this lip area here, but in the teeth, we don't want to go completely back to white. We want to be sort of careful and look at where the highlights are. And we want to use the soft pink just to clean it up, because again it's out of focus. Okay, so the top part of the lip, we can just sort of highlight and mottle a few areas along this kind of in between your lines that we done. and then we'll come in with our real bright highlights. We've got a couple of hairs coming in this way as well, so I'm just going to bring those in again with the soft pink. There's hair all over the shop going on in this. There's another one sort of straight through like that. We have got a couple of random sort of hairs here, almost like mists. So I'll just bring those in, and then we got one sort of real sharp, I don't know whether it's a hair or it's a highlight, but this bit here is really bright. And then we got a few sort of highlights on the top lip. I'm going to switch back to white. And then this kind of follows down the top of that lip. Now switch back to pink because I want it softer. It's still a highlight, but I want a soft highlight, not a harsh highlight. Then we've got a couple of lines, just little streaks down. Doesn't take a lot to bring this all out. Let's get that down there. It's more down there. Bit of a highlight on that side of the lip. Put that back. I was a bit low. We want to bring out this white again. That kind of glow that we've got on the top of the lip. I'll just clean that up a bit more in the teeth. That's it. And then we're going to put just some little highlights. Here, just random. There's lots of little dots and lines. There's all kinds of little lines going on in this lip area here. It does go into highlighting areas. So I'm just bringing out a few little lines that I see. There's another hair there. I could keep going with this, to be honest. Just erasing what I see now. There's another hair that comes through. Okay, just bring a few more random hairs down. Let's bring one in and send it out. There we go. I think that is going to do us. We could go a bit more, but I think you get the principle, and you can obviously spend a little bit longer yourself on the project if you want to really sort of make things stand out. You know, add a bit more detail. Just bring it in that little bit there. I think that will do us.